Hello, Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I want to discuss The Flash, issue number 47. It's the start of a new storyline, Flash War, and this is part 1. And it says, after this, there will be only one. So after that little Highlander cheap shot there, this book is written by Joshua Williamson, and the artist is Howard Porter. I will say I think the art starts off quite strong, and I'm very interested. I think the story is going to be a great segue for new readers that were thinking about getting into The Flash that just haven't, because the last story arc maybe is a little bit too much to jump into at that point. But now it's a new arc. Well, another thing too that's going to bring this to an interesting point is it has Wally West and Barry Allen. So we have the older school Barry Allen fans and the newer school Wally West fans, or the ones like myself that are a combination of both. So we're going to get to see these characters that we're interested in. And the long rising tension between mentor and former sidekick here is supposed to be brought to a head. We're starting to see this rift in this issue about how there is a disconnect between the two. There's a growing issue going on. They're just not getting along. And this does make you wonder, only one. Does that mean there's only going to be one Flash when this is done? Will this get rid of the multiple Flashes? I don't think so. I hope not, because I don't know about you guys. I like both of these characters, and I do want to see them around. Unlike Marvel, for example, with too many Spider-Mans, they each don't have their own. Things like that, it gets watered down. Green Lantern Corps always seem to work. The Flash family seems to work. The Nova Corps seems to work. There's certain groups where you can have multiple heroes under the same name that seem to be working, and this is one of those. Well, anyway, in this, we have the Renegades from the 25th century are coming to claim Iris West from the previous story arc because she murdered Eobard Thawne. Here we have Wally and Barry have a disagreement on how to handle the situation. Barry wants to hear it out and see what's going on, and Wally's not into that. So he grabs Iris and takes off running. Of course, in true comics fashion, you can't just have them run away and that be it. That's going to cause a fight. So they end up catching up, and Iris sort of stops Wally herself, but when she does that, we see the Renegades catch up, as well as the new Wally Flash, and as well as Barry Allen. And of course, in comics fashion, fights ensue. Now, during the fight, Wally West ends up falling over for more crippling pain. And then the Captain Cold of this time period, if you will, says Wally West is having what we in the 25th century call temporal seizures. It's from time travel or changes in time. His memories have been splintered and are causing damage to his nervous system. And we hear, the readings I saw in the Flash Museum, the unusual changes. It's time. It's all connected. And Iris asks, but you can help him, right? And that's where we get a shift where they start to agree then to come, because hopefully they can do something to help with Wally as well. So they all decide then to go with the Renegades. They're going to see what happens. Let's see how this plays out with Iris. But when they do transport to their destination, which is the 25th century, you notice that Wally is not with them. And so instantly comes a problem, and Barry, confronts the Captain Cold of this time period, and he's wondering if it was a trap, and the Captain Cold's like, no, I don't know what happened either. So it leads us to go, what happened to Wally West? Unfortunately, we don't have to wait very long. We turn a page and we see what we are led to believe is the Flash Museum that no longer exists. And we see characters, by the way, if you look real good, like statues of Impulse and other things that are no longer existing in this particular timeline. And Wally notices there's a picture of him and his wife and kids, which of course his kids don't exist, leading us to go, oh my goodness, what's going on now? And then we see, my name is Hunter Zolomon, but you can call me Zoom, and together we are going to save your children. Now, I don't know about you, but me being a Flash fan, particularly Wally, my favorite, and I also like Barry a lot, both, very close second, I might add, this makes me definitely want to read the next issue in this story arc. And I don't think, if you're a Flash fan, that you'd want to miss this. Heck, and if you are even slightly interested in picking up the Flash, I think now is a very good time. Now, granted, this isn't an action-packed necessarily issue or anything like that. It is a setup issue, so you have to understand that. I give this a very good, strong start to the story arc. I'm going to give it a B+. I think it's something that you should check out. I know I'm waiting for the next issue, and I can't wait to read it. Until next time, keep it frugal.